Oliver. What up, buddy? 30 streak. Probably way more. Yeah. We all know that. We all know the actual number is much higher. Yes, we do. Dude, there's the light flickering on Moho right now. Look at that. We are so close to the sun right now as well. Our observations... Observatories report a coronal mass ejection happening. No. That's not good. In 2 minutes. Well, fuck. That's terrible timing, dude. This is right when we need to be slowing down. One hour and 20 minutes. No! Brother. Come on. That's not even funny. Dude, out of all the times for that weather to hit and kill our uplink, because that's what that solar weather does, outside of completely irradiating all the parts on board. Like, it also kills the communications. Ay, ay, ay. Actually, this one should be over the poles. Well, I guess it will be anyway, natively. Northern and southern hemisphere. $23.80. Right about there. That way that stage does crash into the surface. And then we can start ripping on this stage, or this stage. by God, we're gonna have at least some form of communications out here. Hopefully. Thankfully, this weather appears to be, like, kind of directional, whereas in it's not, like, affecting everything. Oh, look at that little radiation ring. Wow. There's no outer belt to speak of, but there is a magnetosphere. Wow, that looks crazy, dude. Solar activity, 9 year, 75-day cycle. All right, we're just gonna roll with it and go for it. Clanker, good to see you. 3 streak. Big heat wave going on, so a bit overheated. Well, cool off a bit. Get some ice, get some water. Dugaloon in the house. What up, buddy? How you doing? Dude, I really find it very funny, though, that out of all the times for this to kick off, like, literally right now, and the shitty thing about solar weather happening, it doesn't, I don't think it appears to be affecting, like, it doesn't affect everything, thankfully.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
My luck has rubbed off on. Yeah. Well, the shitty thing about it, right, is that the window to decelerate at Moho is very narrow, right? Because you come screaming in and it, like, it's literally like, I mean, it just, yeah, you don't have much time to So the fact that this storm is now going on for another hour and 12 minutes, I don't think we have an hour and 12 minutes. I don't think we actually have an hour and 12 minutes. But so far, this thing still has a connection. Thank fuck. And yeah, we'll take it. So, you know, F5. Here's hoping. Keep an eye on that Dade. Okay, so apparently I should have already started that burn, though. This thing's been sitting in space for 37 days, and those engines just kicked on. That's a 4-minute burn time, but these engines are only rated to go for another 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I suspect we're gonna have a couple of failures here. Another 2 minutes of burn time. Actually, that's counting down rather quickly. Might get lucky here. Oh wait, no we're not. Either way, we're decelerating though, so whatever. Oh. Okay. That's all she wrote, I guess. Actually, this might work out. We need to go that way. We can keep going, but I feel like that's gonna be good. The only question is, where is Kerbin from here? Well, I guess where is anything from here, because I don't think we're gonna have a very good signal once we get on the back side of that. Yeah. Okay. Change of plans. We need to bring... Fuck. You started your burn and I got scared. I accidentally throttled up. I get that. I do. I get that. I don't trust that at all. Can you just circularize earlier than at ideal? I could. What I was thinking about doing, since this thing has 3,300. We've got over 3 kilometers a second of delta V here, so we're not exactly hurting. Like, I over-engineered this by a lot, just because I knew Moho well enough. I think what I might do is just bring it out. And that should be more than okay. That's 589. That's a 1 minute, 4 second burn. 2 hours, 53 minutes. Which should be plenty. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. At least for this one. I mean, this dish is rated, by the way, this dish is broken for what it offers. Like everything else, you're looking at, you know, oh my god, am I gonna have enough communication distance with whatever, you know, something like, I don't know. But then you get to this thing, and it's straight up 1T. Like, this thing can go... Like, I had something that escaped, right? It flung off way down south here. It was at least twice the distance away from Elu, and it still had 98% connection. So I was like, okay, well, that's clearly more than okay for the entire solar system, right? So... Site is running. Urban Venture is running. Dude, those fighter jet runs, dude, that was some cool shit. Welcome on in, Raiders. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Welcome in, Raiders.
Evil on Toast, good to see you. Welcome. Glad you liked it, dude. That was cool. That was very cool. I like that. I was watching, and then I went to go run an errand, and I come back, and I still had it playing. And when the moment I come back, I see on the top it says, Jeb has passed out due to high G-forces or something like that. I'm like, oh, dude, we're at that stage now. Okay, that's great. I love it. Okay, so that should be okay for the moment. I'm still a little terrified. Thank you for those shoutouts. Appreciate that. And whenever you get the chance, if we could get one in there for Dugaloon too, I'd appreciate that. Dude, fucking love this community. Passenger more than a pilot, yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Okay, so for those of you just joining us, we are hoping that our stuff is just arriving now at Duna, or not Duna, Moho. And as soon as that happened, we got a weather event, solar weather happening. And I'm like, dude, if this cuts out communications for all of the all the stuff arriving here, that's gonna suck. So anyway. Sunray Enjoyer, yeah, dude. We're getting some science, we're getting some communications out here. That's really the point of this whole thing. But we'll take the science as well. Like, we're happy to have it. For sure. Yeah, so this dish is communications. Like, and as far as the range rating, the answer is yes. This thing also does a science experiment, but that thing is going to be, I mean, that's 120 days for northern and southern hemisphere. And then the probe core itself has, sight, which is high space per biome. And then we've got might. Might actually says that it needs to be in a polar orbit. So we're gonna need to put one of these into a polar orbit. Thank you for those shoutouts. I appreciate that. I'm a little terrified to check on those other ones, but... Moho Highlands. That's nice. Okay, we'll take that. Hey, weather event is done. Oh, we pretty much made it unscathed. I'll take that all day. Okay. Alright, can you hear me now? Might is so OP. Constant biome scanning. I mean... Is it OP, though? Because I feel like the moment you removed the EVA biome science, you know, getting an EVA report from every biome, and the moment you condensed the Science Junior, right, the Material Bay and the Mystery Goo to one per body, I mean, you kind of needed to have something else along those lines. Yeah. How is real intent? I was afraid of adding that mid playthrough. You know how that goes. Once you get locked in, you just kind of want to. You got to be a little cautious. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. Hearthstone, have a great night, buddy.
Night.
Let's go ahead and flip this thing around. Terrible, it makes me hate my life, therefore it's pretty... Yeah. I love how that's the barometer, I love how that's the barometer of success. That's great. Oh my gosh. Minutes. No. 2319 is what we have. I get so nervous about these because it's like you get one shot, really, and if you mess this up, then you kind of have to... I mean, we have a ton of Delta V, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. But you kind of do just need to be on point when you're far from home. gonna do the same thing with this one. Hour 46 minutes should be fine. Busy, 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 busy. $23.82. also thought for sure this scan for the sun was going to be done by the time this got here, but apparently not. Okay, F5. One hour, 22 minutes. Should be fine. Although that's really cutting it close, isn't it? Watch in peace and not. Yeah. Dude, okay. I so often will like look over and just make sure that I haven't accidentally, you know, eh, natively. Okay, I find it really funny that natively, as a gamer, right? Your hand rests on the WASD, but then your pinky always rests on the shift button, right? So I'm always like super paranoid about whether or not I've accidentally bumped the shift key and started throttling a little bit, you know, maybe burning a burning a bit. Yeah. So like I'm constantly hitting X to make sure that I'm at 0, you know. It's terrible. Yeah, it really is. Okay, I am super nervous about this. Resistance in the caps? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm using one, but they're linear, so but they do have some actuation force. But yes, I agree. Tiger, good to see you. Guardian, good to see you, by the way. Are the keycaps replaceable? Yes.
Hi, Tiger.
There's Kerbin. As long as we maintain line of sight there, we should be okay. Very well. Thank you for asking. At least I am. Well enough that I can't complain. Okay, F5. Wait, why is that debris flying off into fucking nowhere? Those all had collision courses. That should be pretty good, actually. Hour 46. Cool. This one is a little tight, and that makes me worry quite a bit, actually. Nice 15 streak. 2386. sure this stage crashes into the surface. Now, one of these is going to need to be in a polar orbit. But I feel like that's not going to be a huge ask. An hour, 28 minutes. Okay, that should be fine. Wait, why do I have 4? Oh, because there are 4. Never mind. That's right. It's a good thing we packed on all this Delta V, to be honest. I mean, we'll have a ton of extra in this stage in particular, but that's okay. I always get so nervous. Moho is easily the one that I get most nervous with when it comes to a Delta V budget. making me nervous. If I can just get it slowed down to where it's captured, I'll come back and do the other one. I'll come back and correct it later. That's technically our 1 minute warning.
Boop, boop, boop.
Kaboop is right. It's amazing how you can send stuff spaced apart and yet it still arrives and you still have traffic jams when it gets there. I mean, sending stuff to Duna, there could be days between arrivals, you know?
I agree, Guardian.
Is that right? Good thing I went with the higher quality engines on the mean time between failure on this thing. Sweet. I mean, some of these are practically in a polar orbit anyway. Okay. I still can't believe that piece of debris missed. Shoot, you know what? We gotta check on...
I love seeing the lights, the blue dots from Kerbin and Midness from out this far. Pause. Good to see you, buddy. Actually, we're just gonna let that cook for a bit. Now, we're gonna have to get these synced up So that way we can actually have steady communications around Moho. But let's just get everything here and in place first. This is our orbital scanner. Not much on it, but and that was largely because we didn't have much available to us when it launched. But by gal, it's here, you know. By gal, it's here. $31.72. Okay, so this thing should be in a polar orbit. 250? Max sun surface angle, by the way. Now, anything over 250, so that's not going to be all that great. But we can at least start these. In a polar orbit. Like, I don't even know how you tell what the sun's surface angle is outside of just looking at that instrument. This guy is going to need to be in a polar orbit as well. This thing has a max sun surface angle as well. Between 5 and 60 degrees. Apparently this is 0 degrees. Okay. Gandalf, what up, buddy? How you doing? And then that's going to be at 250 and 250 for the scans as well. I think the radiance, either it's going to happen or it's not. I'm not going to go chasing it down because it just isn't. That's a pain in the ass. F5. Dude, these all make me nervous. I mean, we have another Moho window coming up actually in 26 days, which will be right after everything arrives at Duna, so we're really not going to have a lot of time because we got all this shit arriving at Duna at that time, and we're going to be busy with that. At least we got a connection, though. That's half the battle. I love these Methalox engines, dude. And our LH2 stage is now ready. Magnetometer, the radioplasma scanner is popping off. Light is popping off. We're stable. That's what we like to see. Okay, so this thing is going to need to be at a 250 as well. Hour and 14 minutes. Should be okay. Just in time. I wish the data file manager updated as you switched ships. Switch to a different vessel instead of having to find the data on that vessel and then having it update, you know? $118 for the SIGINT. Signature Intelligence, I'm guessing, is what that is abbreviated for. SIGINT. I don't even know if that makes sense. That's just where the orbit line is. I don't know. We'll have to fine tune these as we go, but hour and 9 minutes until opportunity gets to the maneuver node. Bing, bang, boom. See, that says sun surface angle is 66 degrees. Like, what? How do you measure the sun surface angle? I would really like to know that. Not because I necessarily care about this bit of science, but brother. It's just, it's annoying not knowing. simple trigonometry to measure that. W. Well, if it's math that is required, I'll just see if TAC is nice enough and figuring it out for me. She's the math wizard between us, I'll tell you. I can't even figure out what I need to do to tip people. I'm like, I'm like, please tell me, help me. How much do I need to be tipping? She's of course the nicest you could ever ask for. Tack could probably solve it, yeah, no doubt. I have no doubt about it. Oh, Moho. I think we can actually almost see the Moho. Legend has it, there are many a spacecraft stuck down in the Moho as we speak.
Legend has it.
Legend has it. It's legendary. Not unlike yourself.
Shh.
Psh. Did I stutter? Using the nav ball with the sun and your orientation. The angle between straight... Hang on, I gotta do this burn. Otherwise I'm gonna miss it. Bing, bang, boom. Sinkhole Ridge. Oh my god, we got all kinds of shit coming in here now. Scanner halted. Brother, what? Oh, because we're out of storage space. Yeah, because it's doing everything at once. Okay. Whew, I'm just glad it's not the antenna that's broken. That thing is packing on the data right now, dude. Whew, okay. I assume this is for the solar panels? No. So these experiments, when you're using Kerbalism, it changes how you get science. Like this magnetometer report is going to take 6 days and 4 hours to run. And it's going to take up 550 megabytes of data. So there's hard drive space that you can have on your probes, and there's some like experiment return units that you can have larger hard drive space. Some of these experiments, since they're all going off at once now, it's just killing all of our data storage that we had allocated here. So it's trying to transmit while taking in new science, but we were getting some errors there. Oh shit. I mean, look at all this. I mean, it's coming in faster than we can transmit it at this point. I meant for you needing the sun's surface angle. Oh, I see. So, okay. Let me read this now. Using the nav ball with the sun and your orientation, the angle between straight up and the sun marker is what you want. If the marker is center... I see. So... like if I were to target the sun... oh my god. Like this says our current sun surface angle is 98.8 degrees and climbing. So that must be... so I think that's just gonna forever be whatever the angle of Moho is then, because Moho is... right? Moho is going to basically be changing its orbit relative to the sun as Moho goes around. So I imagine periodically we'll get this irradiance scan thing to turn on. But it's just going to be a while. It's just going to be a while. We could fast track that, although this is relative to the sun no matter what body we're orbiting. Right? It's space high. So that's going to be true no matter where we're at. Which means that particular experiment is going to be a pain in the ass to get no matter where we're at. Unless you're just orbiting the sun and have direct control over it, right? But I suppose there's probably ways like we could target the sun from here and maybe try to affect a bit of a change, but depending on what planet you're at, I mean, that's going to be more or less difficult, right? Would be my guess. Because I think you're probably right with the way that you've described it. The panel orientation? But that can't be right because panels... like that's at 76% exposure. And this says 102 degrees. I mean, my turning the spacecraft doesn't change that number here at all. go ahead and turn this off for now so we don't accidentally do something. I think what it is I think it's just gonna be one of those things that's just gonna it'll take a little bit at a time as it passes through those areas of 5 and 60 degrees as Moho goes around the sun. You know, so probably between here and here or whatever that is, right? Just a little bit at a time until it fills up. Well, this thing is definitely banging out some data, dude. That is for sure. And might needs to be between 70 and 120 degrees. Why does that say invalid situation then? Oh, because it's for atmospheric bodies. This is not an atmospheric body. Okay. Well, so much for might. I should have read up. I gotta pay more attention to this shit. In fact, yeah, I gotta pay more attention to this shit before I send it off somewhere like that. That's funny. But we are getting a bunch of other signs. And the cool thing is that we are now getting our very first images from Moho. Look at that. How cool is that? Brother, this thing is packing up the data. It says 86% available though. Why am I getting... I heard Kerbalism experiment woes in the background. Yes. Yeah, I mean, so I was just saying, like, I need to pay more attention. Like, I need to pay more attention because sending might on a probe, like, great, I've met the inclination requirements, but it's only allowed on atmospheric bodies. Like, I hate to break it to you, but that ain't running here anytime soon, as far as I know. Like, it's always the little shit like that, you know? It's like, you failed to read the fine print, motherfucker. But at least we're getting a bunch of other shit here, you know? I mean, I guess that's the highlight. This thing is packing on the data. I keep getting full hard drive alerts, though. Why is that? I don't understand that at all. Because we got 87% available. It's starting to go back down. The amount of times I've missed that tiny little line. Dude, it really is. It really is. It just chaps my... Dude. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let that run its course for a minute because it's got some stuff to collect clearly. And this thing is supposed to be a lander probe. And I say supposed to be because, you know, mileage may vary. I mean, this thing still has a whole bunch of fuel in that stage. We got that stage, plus the lander itself. Hopefully we can do some biome hopping with this thing. I mean, we got the fuel for it. That's 1826. There is no doubt in my mind we want that stage to go crashing into the surface. So I love seeing I don't know, like I love seeing radiators heat up too. LFO, LH2, LH2. You know, I mean, knock on wood, but I've been very lucky so far with I'm not even gonna say it. Nope. Nope. Not even gonna say it. But the number of engines on those other stages, I mean, I was really surprised, to be honest. I was expecting at least one of them. Don't say it. I know, the moment the words started leaking out of my mouth, I'm like, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. Peekaboo. Peekaboo, motherfucker. F5. I thought for sure that was gonna be the one. Gonna be just like you, Doug, when I grow. Oh, dude. Oh, we're getting some science now.
that stage is gonna zip past. Whatever. Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's shoot for that, and then we can pick our spot. Very good, very good. Getting ready to get back into KSP again tonight. Nice. This engine is a... Oh, yeah. It's an it's an LH2 engine, right? And it's pretty good. I mean, it's got an ISP of 468, you know. I mean, we've still got 4 kilometers of delta V in this tank, you know. I really have been liking the fillet tanks lately because the rounded edges, like, you can bump those right up into the top section of a fairing, you know, pretty easily. And I think that just looks the part, you know. Very gold and shiny. Oh, dude. You should see the what was it? Was it the Freedom Lander? Dude, the Freedom Lander yesterday. Okay, let's save this one. I'll show you the Freedom Lander real quick. We'll launch one maybe later on, but we're kind of doing Moho stuff at the moment, so. But with yesterday being, you know, Memorial Day in the States here, I thought it fitting to do a lander kind of themed in the red, white, and blue. So we did, I think that's just an LFO first stage with a couple of mainsails at the bottom. And then we did an LH2 transfer stage. Garbanzo, but this is the Freedom Lander. I was like, how shiny can I make this thing? I really wish the text stickers would curve the opposite way, you know? But I couldn't figure out how to do that, so. In gold plating, yeah. Let's see, for gold plating, I mean, you could just look at that last one we were doing, I suppose. I love how with your probes and stuff transmitting science, you can just watch your science kind of slowly tick in here. I love that. There's 850. This is just the black rack. I mean, you can go precise worlds, whatever. But I'm just using the black rack one. Pretty much all over the place, really.
Does kind of look like a Minecraft shader, though.
Does it? %20 science, brother. I mean, if you want to, go for it. I was happy just with Kerbalism. Kerbalism just changes. Like, I feel like I'm still learning how... Oh, shit. Why did I do that? I feel like I'm still learning how to science and how to KSP again. And I've been loving that, honestly. Like, it's been years and years since I was last using Kerbalism, and my, has it changed a lot since then. It's changed a lot since then. Like, it made me really happy that I couldn't just, you know, 20,000 science on my first mission to Minmus and back, right? Like, because I dreaded, like, there just wasn't any fun in that. I, for one, am learning to curb for the first time. That's awesome. I love that first experience with KSP. It's like, there's just... It's so magical. It really is. The community is super helpful.
If you say so.
I do say so. Absolutely, I do. Revolutionary and
I just
eye-opening.
know a bunch of explosions.
Oh, is that right? Oh my, okay.
Not remember my experience?
I do. I remember you taking a SRB and fast-tracking a Kerbal out into deep space. And
yeah,
then,
he's still out there somewhere.
and then once you were there, it was like, oh, now what? I love that. Give him a week before we corrupt him into a soul one. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. I saw somebody stream titled earlier, planning a real-time mission to Neptune. I'm like, dude, why? Why? Why would you do that? Like, you just what? You're gonna spend all this time and you're gonna launch and then what? Just and then what? Just leave your computer run for what?
Just sit there
Ever?
for months and years.
Years and years and years and years. I don't like. Okay, somebody will have to look this up to find out what an actual transfer to Neptune takes. But that's a long fucking time. I mean, IRL, you wouldn't just go to Neptune. I have to believe you would be relying on, like, probably a few years of gravity assists and shit like that too, right? I mean... yeah. Minimum 12, max 34. Yeah. Okay. So you get your shit going.
Yeah, Voyager 2 took.
Yeah, and Voyager, right. Yes. Yes. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Your computer is not going to just sit there and run for 30 years. That's just not gonna, it's just not gonna happen. Like, realistically. Like, you're gonna have some fucking Windows update, some power outage, something. Something. That just isn't gonna happen. KSP2 might be good by then, yeah. Oh god, I doubt it. Not even 30 years can save KSP2 at this point. Voyager 2 was 12 to Neptune, apparently. No kidding. No kidding. Yeah. I mean, there's people that do, you know, real time-lapse missions to the moon and back. And even that, it's like, okay. I mean, I get that, right? A couple weeks of leaving the stream run or whatever. But that's, I mean, brother. There's no content to be had there. Okay, welcome back again today, guys, for a whole stream of nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, God bless you for trying, but... Dude, it's a good thing we went with the increased hard drive space on this thing, I'll tell you that. Roleplay it? I mean, you could. There was somebody who was posting KSA. Oh, God, it was KSA. I don't know if that was DOS or who. I don't even know. But they were like planned out all this stuff for years and years and years, and finally just it ran its course. But I think that idea just speaks volumes to the diversity that you see in KSP. Like, there's just so many ways to do it. So many ways to have it. Have your KSP, you know? And I love that. I love the creativity, if nothing else. It's always been one of those games where it's like you can take it as seriously or not as you want. And I love that. The orbital telescope is a max sun surface angle as well. Brother. If you say so. Can you hear me now? Batteries are almost empty. What? They better fucking not be. But they are. Okay, we gotta do something with these. Just a really huge antenna, yeah. I almost want to bring that orbit out like really far to prevent that from happening. Although maybe not there. Oh, and of course I can't. Right. Okay, well. Just so long as we don't start losing our fuel here. So like right here.
So this dish, because you asked about it, this dish gives science. So it's an actual science experiment. But it takes 118 days to run for the northern and southern hemisphere of the body that it's orbiting. So 120 days for each of those, I think. Yeah. And it has a really insane antenna rating, as you might imagine, which I think is a little on the OP side, given how early, actually it's very OP, given how early you unlock this thing in the tech tree. Because this completely dwarfs any other antenna that we have. Granted, it's also, you know, 1,000,000 times bigger than any antenna that we have. But I feel like we should probably not have access to an antenna rating of that caliber until at least a little bit later in the tech tree. But, you know, that's D magic for you, I suppose. So I think what we'll do is get this one into place, and then we'll have the other ones. Once we figure out what our orbital period is and all that, then we'll get the other ones in place and have our synchronized network. Oh, and we're ready for a harvest on Ignorance Station. We'll just go do that real quick. What was that? Oh, right, okay. It's gonna have to wait a minute. To try Dyson Sphere program. I tried that a couple times and it just wasn't my jam. And harvest. Okay, and we can actually check on Theohat. Set to radiation. We're gonna let him keep sitting there in the sick bay for now. And who's sitting with the television running? Helny and Gilvin? Does that reduce stress? If it is, it's not reducing any stress that I'm seeing. Okay. I think what we need to do is just get our scientists back in the science labs, which is here and here. I think this is the... greenhouse. And engineers are in the greenhouse itself. Okay. I don't think anyone needs to be in the greenhouse. So they could actually move up here into the sick bay. And TV. Those contracts do love to fast track you, don't they? Right out of your comfort zone. We're gonna get down to 15.5 kilometers here, which is nothing compared to that one lithium probe I sent years ago. That thing was like... fact. This was a probe that I sent. Running on a lithium engine, so super low thrust. We were basically braking the entire time. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. And because of that, we got super close to the surface. Trying to break as close as we possibly could. Vertical speed is still going down here. I mean, you can basically reach out and touch the ground there. Whew. Like, okay, yeah, I started burning up. I'm like, I need to get a little higher. That's hilarious. Anyway. Anywho. We're gonna not transmit and run a bunch of science right now so we can save on electric power while we're on the dark side here. $30 F5. $12. 5, 2, 1. Thankfully, we've still got a connection. Thanks to our massive dish on that satellite. stable orbit at that. Okay. Telemetry is flying low over every biome, so that's just going to keep running. That's a one-time. Gosh dang it. Is it that one? Here, look at that little snaky channel in there. The canyon biome. Look at that hex pattern that's you can see on the surface here. There's like these little hex markings. Interesting. Huh? What was that from?
Did you eat while you were out running around?
I did not, but I totally should. Oh my god, it's 9 o'clock already, dude. What?
Yeah, that's why I was saying something.
Oh my god. Time just flies by, dude. Time flies by in this game.
You also didn't start till like almost 6, so.
Maybe that's what it was. You're very gracious in saying that.
Okay. Let's find somebody to lean on. It makes me happy and it makes me smile to see so many people in the KSP category. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. If y'all would join me in going to say hello to one of our own. Alpha is doing some KSP right now. He's doing